I wholeheartedly believe that you can join a cult if you so choose. You have the right as an individual, as a human being, walking, breathing, talking, eating, sleeping, and shiting. You have the right to do whatever the hell you want so long as it does not infringe on somebody else's freedoms. Simple as that. If you want to practice your whatever the hell it is, go ahead and do that. Just keep it away from me. I told you don't show up to my door again. I told you I don't want a pamphlet. No, I'm not going to show up to your building. That's for you, and I'm doing me. Simple as that. As simple as I just want to let that be known. I believe you have the right to practice what you want to practice, but damn it, you're not about to come up in our neighborhoods, our country, and try to push your propaganda onto the rest of us. And a lot of y'all, I'm talking about in the United States as well as across the pond, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't even have to mention a religion, and you already had an image in your head of exactly who is doing that right there. So, let's just get into this. I haven't watched the full video. I just know the context of it, so we're here in real time. I will have my natural responses. Whatever happens, happens. Simple as that.
It should not be fragranced or perfumed.
A woman, she's not allowed to put perfume on if she leaves the house. The Prophet, he told us in a hadith, any woman who leaves the house and she places perfume on herself, the Prophet, he said that she's a zaniya. She's a fornicator. So it's very dangerous.
I'm sorry. I've been around quite a few Muslim folks. I just say a few, right? I've made my way across the pond. I've made my way intercontinentally. And let's just say I have definitely smelt perfume on a whole lot of women who practice this religion right here. I have. If you're on a train, on a tram, walking down the damn street, and thank God for it. Because hygiene, you know what I'm saying? I know obviously you could just throw on perfume and you really not clean yourself, but thank God you're not smelling musky. You understand me? Men and women. So again, I know this is not in context of the full conversation. I know this is a petty little argument, but brother, what? Does it really say she puts on perfume, she's a fornicator? I think if she fornicates, she's a fornicator. That's my assumption. If she fornicates, she's a fornicator.
That you place perfume on yourself and you leave the house. Be careful. That does not mean that you have to smell bad. It doesn't mean that. But it doesn't mean you have to smell or place on yourself perfume. Now.
It should not resemble the clothing of men.
Also, it shouldn't resemble clothing that men wear, for example.
Let's not get into the conversation of clothing of men. Look. Again, I'm really not looking to offend, but if the shoe fits, damn it, put it on. Cinderella. Is this not a religion where men are wearing what may be perceived as the garb of women, right? If we wanted to connect dresses with women, right? Like I know even the Jehovah's Witnesses, they just recently got women in pants. So, at least they were able to upgrade themselves quite a little bit. But brother, what? Huh? He said that while he's wearing a full grown man dress.
My sisters, you have to understand that you do not just have to fear the perverted eyes of the men, the evil eyes of the perverted men that are watching you and undressing you with their eyes as you walk.
He might be talking about himself.
On the street, looking so beautiful in your clothes, tight, makeup, perfume, attractive, alluring. It's not just the perverted eyes of the evil men, But rather, you also have to understand that you are being watched by the demons from the realm of the jinn.
So now you ain't just got to worry about the pervs. You ain't got to worry about the dogs. Now you got to worry about the jinn. Now you got to worry about the jinn. I don't know what you're going to do about the jinn. And I frankly, I don't know if a hijab is going to stop the jinn. You understand me? I don't know. Perhaps. Maybe it's got that supernatural power. I haven't read deep enough into the Quran to understand this full context. Maybe I should educate my ignorant self. But here's the thing. What I believe is going on here is you have a religion that was started by a man who bonded himself, married a 6-7-year-old, laid up with a 9-year-old, I believe it is. So a PDF file. Right? So you have a religion started by a PDF file who created all these restrictive sort of rules and regulations while simultaneously being a perv himself. Again, if this is offensive to you because this is your religion, look, I'm calling it out, and you have the freedom to call out any and every religion. That's the other aspect of this, right? As much as you can celebrate and take upon you any religion that you so choose, you can also criticize a religion. Everybody on every other country and every other country has criticized Christianity at some point. You can insult, you can have, what's the chick from Wicked? The bald-headed black chick. You can have her acting as Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar's rendition in a predominantly Christian society, and she can get away with that. So to hell with all this, no, you cannot speak of our prophet. You cannot speak. No. I'm going to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. Okay? I'm just calling out the facts here. This is all in your own book, supposedly. So you're making these rules and regulations that the rest of society has to follow in order to appease you, because you have those tendencies. And you can't control your own lust. Like the Western civilization, we've taken this shit too far. I can agree with that. You know, I have made at least 2 videos saying put some damn clothes on. Like, come on, ladies, please. Fellas, you too. Why are you taking pictures on the gram with no shirt on? What are we doing here? What's the point of that? Right? Do the pants need to be that damn tight? Well, that's getting into the zestiness of things. But yes, I can agree that, you know, there's been a hyper-sexualization of society. But to have to wrap yourself up, to have to forego all of these things in order to satisfy you because you feel some type of way is insane. Now, again, if y'all just doing this in the context of what y'all doing is different, but they're looking to push the Sharia law into universal law because that's what the Quran says. It says that, you know, the land that is essentially due to us, which is all land. And soon all will come to know the truth. And I'm not saying that there are Christians out there who go out there and propagandize and, you know, and are harassing folks, etc. I'm not saying that at all. But if you are in this sort of environment, you're going to be looked at crazy. Like when I'm in these environments, I am bearded, therefore I am perceived as being somebody who is Muslim. So I don't have a problem then. But the moment they realize I'm not, now it's a real issue, right? And again, I'm not saying that other religions don't have the same exact mentality. I'm just saying when you say that everybody else needs to adopt your ways. Hey, I came to your country, a predominantly European or, you know, Anglo-Saxon country, and I'm going to push my law that you can't walk your dogs because that is haram. Excuse me? You gonna come in my neighborhood and tell me what? No. That's what we're not gonna do.
Any a time it happens. So much I have dealt with these situations, my beloved sisters, that there is a sister and a jinn falls in love with her. So he attaches himself to her. And she is now possessed. And many a time it happens, I have seen that because the jinn is in love now, he destroys the girl's life. He doesn't allow her to get married. Anytime she moves to getting married, he destroys, stops it from happening. Or
now I can see
if she does get
I can
married,
see a brother
he
off the gin, right? Sipping on gin and juice. I can see a brother who's off the gin, off the Henny, falling in love per se with this girl, then looking to ruin her life. Because the Hennessy is, it's a demon in and of itself, right? So I can definitely see, that happening. But I don't know if it's necessarily a demon I think it just is a freak, a creep, a dude who falls for the cheek. I think that's what's going on here. And to that I say, you got to discipline yourself in the lower regions. You got to think with the bigger head and not the little head. This is just my advice.
Problems between the husband and the wife, and they're not happy. Wallahi, I beg you, sisters, when you wear that perfume, yes, you're disobeying Allah. Fear Him and fear the next life. And that makeup and those tight clothes, if you're not wearing your jilbab as you should be wearing, then not only are you angering Allah, and if you do not fear Allah, at least fear the fact that the shaitan can possess you. Wallahi, it's not a joke. This is not hocus pocus. Wallahi, these are things I have seen, I've dealt with them. Personally, I've dealt with these situations. So please cover yourself. Protect yourself. And read your adhkar to make sure that...
Look, I believe within reason that you have the right to wear what you actually want to wear. The reason why I advise not to put yourself out there like you're a 304 a streetwalker, like you sell your body for a living. The reason why I advise you not to move through life that way is self-respect, dignity, and also the bait that you put out is the cat or the fish that you will catch, right? So when you put yourself out like that, you are essentially attracting that sort of attention. And unfortunately, many of our young women have been told that attention equals love, right? That because a man is his googly eye over you, that he actually gives a damn about you. This is not the truth. As a matter of fact, a man will sleep with a woman that he doesn't even know her last name or the first because she looks a certain way, because she's presenting herself a certain way, because she is easily accessible, and will never marry her. We'll never get in a relationship with her. And you might think that is unfair. You might think that's, men are dogs or whatever it may be. But again, that's what you're attracting. That's what you're bringing upon yourself. And I know there's women who are modest and they hold themselves a certain way and you've still been played. I get that. And I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm not sorry necessarily, but that is unfortunate that you had to go through that. I didn't do it to you. So that's why I'm not sorry, right? If I did it to you, then I'm sorry. But it's unfortunate. And we all need to do better. But as far as dictating, like you need to wrap your whole damn everything up. I mean, I saw a picture recently and I did save it on my ex account. I don't know if I can find it. Not my ex's account, but my ex account. I don't know if I can find it off the top here while we're live. But essentially, it's an image of a father and a son in the ocean. And then the mom's on the beach and she's fully wrapped up. So the son and dad, they're in the water, obviously no shirts on, having a good old time. Mom's is on the beach fully wrapped up. Now, again, do I believe that, it's normal that women have been kind of conditioned to wear lingerie on the beach? It's like, oh, if you're wearing lingerie somewhere else, cover yourself. If you're wearing it on the beach, it basically doesn't count anymore. And by the way, fun fact, the man who created the modern bikini, keyword man, he was a creep. We'll just put it that way. And he was so hard pressed to find people to market his new product that he actually used real streetwalkers, women who sold their body for a living. He had to use them as models because nobody else would, because it was so taboo and so risque. And now it's like the norm. Now they just got a damn floss up the backside, right? So again, yes, there is an in-between point. But as far as trying to control and dictate, and because the jinn is coming for you, like, brother, let's be honest. Is it the jinn or is it your skin? You know what I mean? Is it really you? Because as far as me, I'm not going to go around and how dare you? No, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to feed you. that attention. I know you want the attention. I'm not going to feed you the attention. I'm not going to give into it. I don't watch porn. Those things are accessible. They're there, but I don't tune into them. I don't feed my own spirit those things. I don't feed my own psyche those sorts of things. Those things that will make me a weaker man, more compromised, that will compromise the relationship that I have with a woman who is my own and I am hers. I'm not going to do that to my wifey. I'm not going to do that to myself. So again, if it's based off of individual principle, that's a beautiful thing. And again, you can practice your religion, but this is looked to be forced upon the rest of society. You must all become this. Absolutely not. That's what we're not going to do. So yeah, let me know what you think about this subject, because this is it's controversy, to say the least. Controversy. I'm getting my words back. I've been going through a crazy sequence of allergies and things of that nature. It's in the right now, but yeah, let me know what y'all think. And I'm curious to know y'all opinions. Maybe there's some of y'all who are ex-Muslims or Muslims right now, and maybe you feel some type of way. Maybe you're about to, call your imam, and I'm about to have a fatwa on my head. I don't know, but I can't sit here and tell a damn lie. Calls it as I see it. Till the next time, peace. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3-6-5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.